So to start off, I'm using the Baby Skin Primer. This is an instant pore eraser. You definitely need to apply some kind of primer because if you have any pores, they're just going to be super highlighted by any face paint. So to start, I'm going to take Snazaroo white face paint, which, you know, has the odd lash laying around in the lid. I'm just going to start mapping out my eyes. I like to do this first because I like to just kind of play around with the shape, bounce around a few ideas, and then I'll do like a couple of different shapes on each eye and decide which one I like best. And then if there's anything that I don't like or you make a mistake, you just take a wipe and wipe it away. Boom, done. Now I'm just going to cover my face, and of course you can use a brush, you don't have to use a beauty sponge. It doesn't really matter about the streakiness because it's going to be covered up by colourful shadows anyway, but you just need to cover your entire face. Now I'm taking Snazaroo black face paint and I'm going to start outlining my eyes. I haven't really got a plan and I'm not that good at doing skulls, and I'm kind of making it up as I go along, but then I'm just going to fill in the top section, like where my brow is, and then I'm going to stop because I just want to add some colourful shadows. So I'm taking a black eyeshadow and just setting the face paint and then kind of blending it down just to get rid of that harsh line. So now I'm picking up a hot pink eyeshadow. This is from the Sleek Rio palette, and I'm just running this into the black shadow just to transition down to my lid where I'm going to put this really gorgeous bright pink. I didn't actually realise that this shadow was so pigmented, so I actually had to go back over up the top with the black shadow just to kind of blend everything in, but you know, it worked. It's okay. I also ran the pink on the outer lash line at the bottom and then filled the rest in black. And then I just outlined the edges as well, making sure those points were pointy. Now I'm just going back and correcting a few things. The point on that side of the face wasn't the same as the other side. I also decided I didn't like the points on the inner corners. So I just filled it back in white, and then I'm just going to let that all set. So I'm going to start hollowing out my kind of temples. So now the white face paint has dried, I'm just going back with the black just to add that point again, and I'm just correcting the other side because, you know, you can never get both sides to look the same. Now I'm going back and I'm shading in my hairline with some black shadow. This Shadow Switch dry brush cleaner is a lifesaver. I'm going to show you how to use that as well in this tutorial. Now I'm picking up this super bright hot pink eyeshadow. This is from Makeup Revolution Eat Seek Makeup Repeat palette. I'm just going to start stippling that on my forehead. Then I'm going to run my brush around the shadow switch, which just cleans your brush and all the shadow comes off. See? Lifesaver. Then I'm just going to keep picking up different colours from the Makeup Revolution palette and just stippling them all over my entire forehead. Then I'm going to give my brush a quick clean in the shadow switch, and then I'm just kind of blending the colours together because I don't want them harsh, I kind of want them to be nicely flowing all together. Going back into the black face paint, I'm just going to add a few little cracks in my skull. You don't have to add this, but I just wanted to break up my forehead area, and I'm just doing kind of squiggly lines. Then I was just filling in my nose with some black face paint. I do come back and kind of adjust the shape of this. I'm a little bit kind of everywhere because, you know, I'm making it up as I go along here, so I didn't actually have a structure to what I was doing. But I've just filled in at the tip of my nose in black and then added 2 triangles. And then I'm also going to draw on some smile lines just so I know whereabouts I want to have my teeth. Now I'm just marking out whereabouts I want my kind of jawline because I want to start filling in the top half of my face. So this is where I want it to be black and then fades into the teeth. And then we're back to stippling on colour. So I'm using the same Makeup Revolution palette. I haven't really got a plan where the colours are going, it's just picking up a colour and then making sure it's all blended in. For the teeth area, I just took some shadow and swiped it in a downwards motion, just to give the teeth a little extra colour was my plan, although I changed my mind later on, but this is how I filled in that kind of mouth area. Taking the black face paint, I'm going to start filling in our jawline, or our jaw, I don't know what you call this, your jawbone? I'm going to start filling that in. And then once I've kind of mapped out the shape that I want, I'm going to take a bigger brush and I'm going to start filling in the whole of that area, including my ear, because you know that's what you decide to do late at night. and this does feel super gross when it's inside your ear, but you just go ahead and fill it on. I'm also going to take this down onto my neck. Then it's time to start adding the teeth. I'm just taking the white Snazaroo face paint. I'm using the Real Techniques, I think this is the fine detail brush, which is the perfect brush to do teeth because it's already got that kind of pointed shape. And I'm literally just laying the brush on and it's making an imprint of the brush, which looks like teeth. And then for the bottom teeth, I just flip the brush upside down and done the exact same thing. Now with the black face paint, I'm just going in between the gaps of the teeth just to kind of fill them in a little bit more. It also adds just a little bit of shadow just to give it a more of a 3D effect. Then I'm going over our jaw area that we filled in, darkening that up and kind of feathering it out lightly as I get towards the teeth. So I don't add any more black, I just use what's on my brush and it kind of fades out to a nice grey. Taking a black eyeshadow, I'm just setting all of the face paint and then I'm going to be shading that in again just to kind of blend it out so it's more seamless and not harsh streaks. The more you take your time and the more shading you do, kind of brings your skull more to life. Like I said, I'm not that brilliant at skulls, but I think it's all about the shading. Now I'm just adding some detail lines with the same black eyeshadow. I'm just kind of placing them where, you know, I think you just place them where you think. The world is your oyster. Go crazy. So now I'm just marking out in white paint where I kind of want my bones to be in my neck. I also covered my collarbone. If you're going to be wearing a low cut dress or a low top, then I would do this. If you're not going to, then, you know, you don't have to worry about this bit, just skip to the next part. I can't even express how long it took me to get the black face paint out of my ears and on my entire neck. It's definitely a commitment doing this, but it does look really cool with the entire look. Then using your colourful shadows again, you just want to go over all of your new bones on your neck. And then you can finish it there or you can take it to the next level and grab some glitter, the sparklier the better. I've just tipped it out onto like a tray. Then I'm going to spray my face with makeup setting spray, grab a brush, dip it into the glitter and then add it all over my face. And then for the last finishing touches, I've just grabbed a black kohl liner and I'm going to line my lower waterline. Then I'm going to grab a liquid liner. This is the Scandalised Precision Liner. I'm just going to line my upper waterline. I'm also going to flick this out just to give it a more of a kind of cute girly look, but it's completely up to you. You do what you want to do. Lashes are optional as well, but you know me, I just have to add my lashes. So that's the end of the tutorial. I just want to thank you guys so much. Please don't forget to subscribe if you are new to my channel, and also if you share this on Twitter or anywhere, then make sure you @ me at laurajanestyle so I can follow you back, and I will see you all next week. Bye guys!